Hi, everyone. I'm back with my Barbie mic, falling more and more in love with this mic every single time. I am here just to check in and see how you're doing. It's week 3 of About to Bloom of our Cozy Cocoon and Reflective Glow month of December. And I just wanted to share some reflections that I've been having over the last 3 weeks about growth. This last year or year and a half has really taught me a lot. And I'm going to use this kind of metaphor for how I have been recently experiencing growth and transformation. That it can be a process of feeling like you're moving backwards or stuck stagnantly in one place. And for me, I've experienced that feeling, that experience a lot over the last year and a half, I would say. And it's taught me so much. And so I compare it to the insect, the cicada. Do you know the cicadas? They're amazing. We have many of them here in Bali. And actually, I used to just find their sound to be kind of like overwhelming and annoying sometimes because they can be very intense. And then I started to learn about them. And I'm fascinated by them because they actually start their life underground, and they live underground anywhere from, like, I think it's 13 to 17 years. And then they make their way to the surface of the earth, and they come up and climb up the trees. And I say they just start screaming. Like, after being underground for so many years, they come up and they just blast their expression. Now, when I hear cicadas and knowing, their life cycle and having a lot of time to have contemplated that in relationship to my own process in life, I have so much appreciation for them, and I love their song now. And sometimes they fly into my house, and I feel so lucky to be able to see one or even hold one. But all of this is a kind of reflection on how sometimes we might think we're going backwards, or it can feel like we're going backwards or not growing, or we're stuck, maybe not feeling inspired, or maybe going through periods of darkness and grieving, or whatever it may be, like those challenging moments that can be really, really uncomfortable. That in those moments, if we can remind ourselves that we are transforming, it's just that the growth, we can't see it. What is going to be birthed, we don't know yet, because it's not time to rise to the surface and express. And I love this because it has helped me a lot over the last year and a half in moments where I felt like really, really stuck and in some pretty dark places and doing a lot of grieving. And as we know, grieving, that process is not linear, it's not logical, and it's unpredictable. And that in itself can also create this feeling of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Am I going backwards? So I just wanted to share that reflection with you to see maybe I don't know if you relate to it. Also to hear from you, have you had moments of feeling stuck or kind of like you're going backwards, and then discovered that there is bits of growth that were happening but beneath the surface? Something that I've been consistently working on over this last while, that where I've been experiencing more of a stagnant feeling, or like less inspired at certain times, or going through some shadows, is to actively observe the little fragments of growth. And I find myself in this time really looking back at the last year, and acknowledging just how far I've come, and not the big things, the little things, to really acknowledge and celebrate the little sprouts, the little sprouts of growth from all of the little seedlings that I've been working to kind of hatch and nourish over this last time. So, yeah, this is just also an invitation for you to potentially celebrate yourself and how far you've come and the little bits of growth, because it's all kind of spiraling upward, even if it feels like it's going down sometimes. Truly, all of those down times, they really actually have this like rebounding, flourishing quality to them that like imbue us or imprint us with so much wisdom and expansion. I feel personally like I'm becoming another different version of myself, like a different woman. And I couldn't have felt that way had I not experienced some of the darkest things I did this last while. So, anyway, little vulnerable share, a little reflection. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. How are you doing? How's week 3? How are you finding the content? If you're actively, digging into the journal prompts or the book, I've started reading the book the other day. I'm reading it while I'm on the treadmill, which is actually kind of fun. But so, and yeah, anything that you want to share, your process with us, your reflections, I would love to hear. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.